Hey everyone, just making a quick video on how to take apart and repair your Evoluent ergonomic mouse. For those that don't know, these are some of the very best ergonomic mice you can get, and they're not cheap actually. This one, I don't know, about $100 or so. So for that kind of money, I want to definitely repair this, and I also just like repairing things in general. Good for the environment, good to not have to order more stuff, and stick with what you got, especially if you like it. So taking this apart was not exactly a piece of cake, and because a lot of it's old plastic, I definitely want to, document this. Hopefully other people can benefit from what I've learned here. So there is this, I'm going to do this in reverse order. I'm just going to show you a little bit of it. This case comes off, but let me actually explain just a little bit first, a couple steps before that. So there is a bottom cover here with all the circuitry and everything, of course. And of course you'll take out the battery, you'll take out the receiver if you have it in there. There's going to be a screw there. There's a screw under there. You have to use, what I ended up using was an X-Acto knife to carefully pry up under that, like so. And so you'll have to do that for a screw under there, a screw under there, a screw under there, and a screw under here. And you want to be careful with these pads because they're what the mouse rubs against the surface with. So to the best of your ability, try to keep them from being damaged too much, because otherwise, if you damage them too much, you'll have an uneven surface this thing rubs against. And even as such, I might have to still replace mine with something like Kapton tape, which is a very smooth surface, because that's important, because you want to really limit how much friction there is when you drag this thing across your mouse pad. Now, you'll see there's two connectors. One goes in there and one goes in there. These are typical FPC, flat flex ribbon cable connectors. You unplug both of those, and then you can put that aside. Then once you're in here, you're going to have three small silver screws, which are these three. These are the ones that are in the bottom, the black ones. And the silver screws are going to be from here, and I forget where the other two were, but they're pretty obvious. Oh, there's one here, and then there was one other one, oh, over here. So that kind of popped in through there, down at the bottom. So there's one there, 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 and there. You undo those three, and then you're going to be ready to start removing this back plate. Now this back plate is clipped into place. This is the part that's a little bit extra tricky. Down, it's got these clips down in here. Let's get my tweezers. I can point stuff out a little bit better. And so I had to go in here and unclip that, and there's a clip over here as well. And you just got to be really gentle, especially with older plastic. And you can see there's these two clips here. And then the clip here and the clip here. These actually might just be for this top piece. But really these two clips here are what's important. So once you get that, you can pry this off very carefully. And once you do that, you're not done yet. In the case of mine, I was trying to get to the track, the scroll wheel here, and that, of course, is covered with the top of the mice buttons. And you have this piece as well, which is the pointer speed button clicker dealio. And there's a screw you remove there, and then you're going to gently, gently pry up this little plastic lip here after you move that one screw, and then you'll kind of have to pull this out a little bit. There are these little nubs here that you have to get out. Just a little bit of wiggling will do that. And lastly, there's a clip here. Try to point out with my tweezers here. There's a clip right there you're going to pry up, and there's another one at the bottom you're going to pry down. And you kind of, do that just very gently, and then this should come off. So you can see why I'm making this video, because that's kind of a lot of steps of like fragile plastic. Now, why is my scroll wheel not working? Oh, is it any wonder? Look at all of that hair and gunk that is in this. To my kind of amazement, this does not appear to be a scroll wheel that works with an optical sensor, which is most of them to the best of my knowledge. This is actually using what seems to be an old school potentiometer, which of course is going to be a lot more prone to failure. What's interesting about these Evoluent, however you say it, devices is they are extremely well designed as far as mechanical engineering. I mean, extremely, extremely well designed. I've even tried some knockoffs, and there's no comparison. And of course, the buttons are all really top quality. These are actually, forget the name of these buttons, but they're using arcade equipment all the time because they're meant for like many, 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 many presses. They're meant to last a very, very long time, and they're kind of similar to reed switches. I guess these could technically be called reed switches. So they have a very long lifespan than just like a regular tactile push button, like the DTS-6, which is the most common type of push button that you see. Let me give you an example. You know, something like this, which is what most mice have. These little cheapo, I mean, they're fine. They do the job. But seeing something like this with these really nice bulky switches in here that are used in, they're used in arcade cabinets as and 3D printers and stuff like that for range of motion. Anyway, pretty awesome. Good quality stuff. And then, of course, these two are the pointer speed buttons. But the part where this thing, you know, kind of parts ways from like good electrical engineering is the quality of sort of the PCB. And as you can see, they're using a potentiometer. This PCB is better quality than my previous model of Evoluent, so it's not too bad. The previous one was definitely a little janky with the USB cord. In fact, I can show it to you if I have it over here still. This is the older version, and I do love this mouse actually, but it's got this janky little nothing of a USB cable that broke, and I just repaired it though. It's working really well now. But that's the Vertical Mouse 2, and what is this one called? They even bothered to give it a name. No name printed on here. I think this is like the 3 maybe? Anyway. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I just pulled out some of the dust and crap there. I'm going to put the flat flex ribbon cables back in, of course. Get things kind of sort of roughly assembled so I can do some tests with this before I reassemble all the plastic. When you do these kind of repairs, you really want to make sure you're not removing plastic clips over and over again, because they break, folks. Plastic really doesn't do well with age. I don't know if it's because I don't know why that is. I think it's like the slow oxidation of time. You know, just being around oxygen or heat is, of course, usually bad for plastics. Anyway, I'm not a chemistry major, but old plastic breaks. It's one of the first things to go in cars, door handles and stuff like that. So anytime you can be really gentle with plastic, please do. It will make your stuff last longer. And the electronics, of course, are a lot more durable. Might see if there's a way to get a replacement one of these. I don't know. Might be cleanable. Gotta see how I'm gonna take this out very gently without breaking anything. Because I don't want to do a prying motion like that too much. It looks like it's clipped in that way, though. Because that'll put some lateral force on the potentiometer there, which is not ideal. But it does look like this frame actually comes with the PCB as well. Maybe I'm supposed to remove those screws and then remove the frame. No, but it's still going to apply that lateral force. Let's see. Is that... Yeah, not liking that. Let's leave that as B. Anyway, I can also spray some contact cleaner in there. I'll try a couple of things, see what gives it good results. And yeah, hopefully I'll have a nice working ergonomic mouse after this. Might post a follow-up video, maybe not. Anyway, if you find this video useful, please let me know, because I do make these for those people out there that are fixing stuff. And, you know, I don't really care if you like or subscribe or anything like that. But if you let me know, like, hey, I found this useful. Thanks, man. That's always appreciated, and it encourages me to make more teardown and repair videos. This is Sega Sonic Fan, signing out.